It's no longer a secret that jobs in Uganda are getting scarce by the day. It is therefore a prudent option for many young people, both educated and uneducated, to go into business. Faith Kaitesi decided to start her own business in view of such realities, but most importantly, the desire to be her own boss.
Okay, before I was a student, after I just did a certificate. At the moment I'm still continuing with my bachelor's. So because I needed, of course, money. You know, when you're at school, you need pocket money, you need money for, like a woman, you need this, you need that, you need to look well.
Faith started her business journey as an employee, but unlike many, she saw this as an opportune moment to learn how to do business herself.
So I got a job selling clothes, jewelry. I worked there like for 2 years. After getting some experience about customer care, how to handle the customers, how to do sales, marketing, then I saved some little money and I started my own.
So Faith started, but this was to be a complicated playing field due to the nature of the business she was doing. She decided to think outside the box.
There are many shops selling African wear, almost related to what I have. So the market, after some time I saw that the market was coming down, and here it's uptown. We have very few shops selling these cotton dresses, cotton blouses, okay, other stuff like jewelry, like shirts, like ladies tops, like office dresses. So I decided also to bring in such stuff, yeah, because they were also on demand.
This young entrepreneur says this transition, however, came with a cost. She had to put up with the bad times too.
African wear, it was a little bit also expensive than this other stuff, because the money you use to buy just one dress, a linen dress, is enough to buy like 3 or 2 other like office dresses. So it was also a little bit on a higher side. And also another problem is at time you could take a long time, because we had a Ghanaian friend who could supply to us. At times we could wait for a long time without her coming. So the lack of new stock could also chase away the people, the customers. So that was also a big problem, because once you don't have a stock or new stuff, you lose your customers.
She says she enjoyed the advantage of having her shop strategically positioned at the National Theatre, where she says it's easy to get her clients, mainly tourists.
Here, the location is for the tourists, because right behind there are craft shops. They are selling crafts. People do like jewelry, bracelets, earrings, necklaces. So here, specifically, it's the location for the tourists. So that's the reason why I brought in African stuff, because they are related to what other people are selling. They could come asking, do you have anything African? Anything Ugandan? Something like that.
Starting up for small businesses like hers is normally not an easy ride, but she had to swim through.
At the beginning, it wasn't all that very much money I started with. I started like with 3M, because African wear was still on a higher side. Yeah, but at the moment, of course, there is a big difference. As I said, that when I was changing to sell also other stuff, I could get things on credit and then pay later. But I don't count that. I just count as the business, the capital that is in the business. Now it's more than 10M. It's bigger, it's big, and it's progressing.
Faith has good plans going forward, and her business too is not unique to common challenges craft businesses face.
It's not okay. The plan is not to live here, because this is a good location, but maybe to have more branches, more shops outside around. It's good and it's interesting. You learn a lot, challenges and you know how to overcome them. For example, there are periods where the period is low, when the customers are very few, when you have to convince a customer so much to buy. Because once you don't convince them, they don't buy. They are saying, no, we are now taking children to school. They were just paying school fees. We don't have money to buy clothes. We even don't have enough money to buy food, something like that.
I asked Faith whether she really makes money in her business.
When we just received new stock, you know, when you have new stock, many people come, and we contact our customers. We have daily customers. We tell them we have new stock, we have dresses, we have office dresses, we have nice tops, we have this. So one customer can come, buy stuff of like 300. Someone may come, book stuff like for 400, but pay like 200, and then later come with a balance and take the stuff. And maybe like if we've gone short of stock, we may even, at times you can even sell 2 earrings. At times even 1. You can sell 1 earring a day, but it depends.
She also told me how she manages to keep her business afloat.
I think it depends on your accountability. You have to know your stock, you have to know your capital, and you have to know how much you have to use yourself. You have to count to do the accountability. You don't have to just pick money from the shop and buy your own stuff, just anyhow. No, you have, at the end of the day or the end of the month, you have to count how much you've sold, how much you need to take or to buy your basic needs or stuff. And you have also to consider capital, what to buy to shop for the shop to keep going. So the accountability is very important. You don't have to just pick money from the shop. Go use it anyhow.
Faith also says that one does not have to be well educated to succeed in business. She shares her magic.
Everyone who has a business, all those people who have progressed in businesses, they all first studied account. I don't think so. But if it's like that, anyway, on my case, it's not like that. It's about you using some common sense sometimes. Because if, for example, if you sell a blouse, if you bought a blouse at 20 and you sell it at 40, so you have to know how much to use, how much to sell, to save, to buy more blouse. To bring in more stuff, more stock. So for the business, at times it doesn't need really, in most cases, these small businesses, you don't need to first study accounts.
Today, her business has grown, and she says that life is so far so good.
At least I pay rent. Rent is always on time. And here we pay quotas at National Theatre. So if you can really stand that way of paying 3 months per payment, that's one good thing, and a big something very important for any business person. I survive, I reach my basic needs, and I support also. I have more responsibilities at home.